My name is Joanne Pickett. I'm telling this quilt story for the International Quilt Museum's Memorial Quilt Story Share. And this is a replica of a Jane Stickle quilt that was done in 1863. It is dedicated to my mother, who I lost in January of 2019. Her name was Mary Martha Claire Janine Royer, and she was one of 13 children. She taught me how to sew when I was a very young girl. I was about 9 when I started, so I've been sewing now for about 56 years almost. And I started quilting about 35 years ago. I encountered a Jane quilt a few years ago and fell in love with it. I love the intricate, detailed pattern that Jane Stickle had done. I'm amazed by the geometry that she used and the fact that her quilt was done completely by hand, not with all the modern conveniences that I was able to take advantage of. And to give you a sense, this particular block has 45 pieces in it, and it's 4.5 by 4.5. Her original quilt was 169 squares in the center. Mine is 240 because I wanted it to fit on a larger modern bed. The dedication is not only to my mother, but also to the people who have survived or have passed during the global pandemic. I did dedicate in the final corner block, just like Jane Stickle did. She had written in wartime, 1863 in this block, and she had annotated that there were 5,206 pieces in her quilt. Because this is oversized, I put in that there were 7,718 pieces in this quilt. And instead of in wartime, I put in global pandemic from 2020 to 2021. So this quilt is dedicated to so many people, the original person who created this design, to my mother, to all of those we've lost during the last few years. And I chose this fabric theme from a lady by the name of Jan Paddock. She created this fabric, and I was very excited to use it, and I thank her very much for giving us such a beautiful fabric collection to work with. Thank you.